talk to him because don't get it twisted. I'm not always, hey, hey, yo, ho, ho. You know, a lot of times people rain on their parade down here on Skid Row, especially. They treat us real bad. My name is David Wright. It's fitting that we should be on the roof because people call me Batman. I'm, I'm here in Skid Row, but I was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, actually, I was born in Marysville, Ohio, Marysville Women's Prison. At the time that my mom had me, you wasn't allowed to have kids in prison, so my mom basically hid me. She hid me for like 6 months, I believe it was, 5 some months, and then it was illegal to kill you. So she, I give my mom so many props for, I've been there myself and I know how it is in prison and trying to, basically just survive, a black woman in those times trying to survive. And I was born in the 60s, of course, and it wasn't that great on black people in the 60s, I imagine. With, in Ohio, you were still considered property of the state if you were black. Anyway, it is what it is, and I went through a few things in my life. A lot of them were self-inflicted. And speaking of self-inflicted, one of the things that I want to bring up to you is how I got through and how I got past crack addiction by the blessings of God, because I prayed on it a whole bunch, and I didn't want to be a crackhead, just a crackhead. And I probably wasn't that very good of a crackhead because I ain't stealing your mama's TV. I ain't stealing my mama's TV. I ain't stealing nobody's nothing, and I'm still that way today. I don't steal. I mean, it's the bottom line. I'm not gonna steal your stuff.
So what you do to get money?
Hustle. I'll buy something cheap, fix it up, and sell it over there. I'll do whatever. I'll help a friend move furniture. I'll work at a store. I had a girlfriend who used to call me the pretender because I had a bunch of jobs. I even worked at a hospital before. I worked at a home improvement place. I worked at a lot of places and even on, the telephone and doing telemarketing because I'm not really shy or bashful about anything. And the reason they call me Batman is because I got a sense of what's right. And if somebody's doing something wrong, I don't care what color they are, black, white, purple, or green, to some female or some guy who can't help himself, I'ma help. May end up getting me killed. Hope it doesn't. But if it is, then that's where I signed up, because I'm gonna do what's right no matter what. I do believe in God, and I do believe that He gives us choices to make. I don't believe in preordained stuff. You choose right, you get right. You choose wrong, you get wrong. And anywho,
So how long you been on Skid Row?
oh my goodness, twice since the 90s. This is 2020, so quite some time, on and off. I've had some pretty good jobs, like I said. Then I've had some, and times have been like now during this pandemic where, people don't have very much money. We were all suffering a crisis, if you will, and things get tight. Well, I come down here because, man, all the resources are down here. Everything that you want to do is down here. You want to get dental work, you go see dentist down here. You want to see doctor down here. Food, if you starve to death downtown, you weren't trying to eat. I mean, it's the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? And not to mention, this is gonna sound a little silly, but I might be needed right here. You know what I mean? Somebody might need me to help out and do something, and I'll be darned if I don't step up and try to get it done.
Man, it seems like you got a real good heart.
Good. There was none good but one. You know what I mean? That one is God, and I got my moments, and I got a temper that I wish I didn't have, and I've done some things and do some things that I, would love to get in a bottle and close them up and throw them away. But do I mean to be well? Yeah. Do I mean cause anybody pain, hurt, or suffering? Absolutely not. It's just not. It's not what I represent or what I bring.
So what's your situation right now? Are you still on or you off?
Kind of off. I live in a tent, you know, and those people might drop their head or turn the television if they could, you know, when you hear that. But look, mine is clean. Mine is plush on the inside. I got not just a king size bed. I got a LA King mattress. You know, it's
King size bed.
super
In that
duper
tent.
big. Yeah, yes, I do. Well,
Is it a blow up or is it real?
it's real. I made my tent though. I didn't just go to the store and find a tent that was already zip. No, I got a canopy and you know remove the stuff they had and I made a tent out of it and it suits my needs. I keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? And my mama used to always say, you know, if you live in the projects, it don't mean you are the projects. You know what I mean? I may live in projects or tents, but I'm not a slummer. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have garbage and dirt and food. And speaking of hustle, you said, what do I do to hustle? Sometimes people pay me and I relieve them of that stuff. You know, come out and help somebody move or help get rid of a lot of garbage around their area. You know what I mean? And personally, if I have a big issue or if I have a big problem, what helps me get rid of that problem is by getting out of myself and getting in somebody else's. Not being nosy and sticking my nose in everybody's business. And no, I'm not the Batman who's gonna come through the window, oh, you robbed the house. No, not me. I'm not, you know, I ain't that heroic. Anyway, but I will find somebody who needs some help somewhere. And I'm gonna get it done, you know. If you needed moving, for instance, and I found out I'm gonna help you move. Say you didn't have enough money to pay me, well, we gonna still get it done the best way we can. You know, I'm not just in it for the money. I'm in it because some people need help. You know, and it's all right to help people. Before this money thing was created or known about, people help people. You know, I'm sure they did, and I'm with that side. I believe that getting things done together is better than, you know, nothing getting done apart and everybody angry at each other.
So you seem to want to help a lot during your reaching out to help. Have you ever got any adverse reactions like?
Oh yeah, I've been shot, stabbed, tasered. I've been some of everything, mostly right here in Skid Row. And I don't change my stance on anything I said to you before. Some of those situations, if I could go back, I'd do them differently if I could. You know, I'd dodge quicker. No, but I would still help. You know, I would still not allow somebody else defenseless or to go through something, you know, if I can help out. That's just how I feel. And no, I'm not prejudiced in any sense of the form. I know there are white people who died for our freedom, you know, and I thank God that I know that. And it's a nice guy in every nationality and creed, and it's a little witch in every nationality and creed. So you know what I mean? It's just based on what you come across and how you take it. You know, life, somebody said life is 30% what's done to you and 70% how you take it. And I truly believe in that, you know. Take it down and you're always looking down, your blessings might go over your head.
So here's a question. If you can look back, do you think you can pinpoint where the downward spiral began?
Yeah, I could. But my only question to you would be which one? Because I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna stay down in no time. I'm gonna keep jumping back up on my feet and trying to do best and best. I've had some great opportunities, you know, to me in life. You know, I've toured with Ice-T and Public Enemy on the Bring the Noise tour, the Colors Bring the Noise tour. And I'm from Cleveland, so I've been all over Switzerland, the Netherlands, Germany, all of that. That was great, and it was a fun thing to do. But would I want to do that for the rest of my life? No, it was, you know, it was too much behind the scenes stuff, you know, and backbiting and not being yourself, and you know, people selling out for this and that really irked me. So I wouldn't want to do that. So to change from that into something else, you know, I came out here and I led a company in sales. I was one of the lead representatives for a company called Money Tree and Nationwide Financial in sales. And I broke records, but that company went under because they had some issues with their, you know, what was doing right, and they had to leave the country. So, you know, I'm not here playing the violin for you or the blues. B.B. King, I'm not. You know, life has some great moments for me. And, you know, life has some not so great moments, just like everybody else, you know. And so if I can do anything, if you can ever see me anywhere, I don't want you looking down and, you know, at the ground and being sad over me. You know, laugh, you know, make fun of me. I don't give a damn. You know, it don't hurt me any, you know.
Be in good spirits.
Best be as long as you can, because life is short, you know, and enjoy it, you know, enjoy it, but not at the detriment of others. That's what a lot of people do, and they want to get pleasure, but the only way they feel they can get pleasure if they steal all your stuff, or if they take all his, or if they, you know, leave them alone and figure out how, if you can, to incorporate them inside of your fund, if at all possible.
Man, you should talk to some people, man. You got a lot of jewels. You know what I mean? You got great insight. You ever thought about that?
Well, I mean, I do sometimes, but most of them, you know, I use the term friend loosely. Most of them become, you know, people who continue, and we just, you know, somebody's feeling down and something I can do about it, I want to talk to them, because don't get it twisted. I'm not always, hey, yo, ho, ho. You know, a lot of times people rain on their parade down here on Skid Row especially. They treat us real bad, you know, and they treat us like we don't matter because we're a low percentage, because people don't believe we vote, you know, and so they have a down opinion of us. And, you know, don't let that in my car. I had one lady do that before, and she was like, oh, you know, she ended up becoming what I usually term again loosely friend. But at first she didn't want me in her car and this, that, the other. And I began to help her out. She needed me, and she got all of that thinking. But now it turns out maybe she's the one who just stole my EDD. So while you're scared of me, you're stealing from me, and I live in a tent, and I was having to move out of her apartment. So that's how things go, you know? And I was angry. I was really upset about it. I was I wanted to smash the halls down. But God bless me. You know, there's more to it than that. And money can't buy you life. That's all that love. Money can't buy you life, and I'm here to live, and, you know, things are all right. And I've met some pretty cool people, and I just figured maybe what I need to get done here ain't done, because I was going to use that money to, you know, kind of get away from here a little bit. But I think there'll be other opportunities and things set up for me where later on, possibly, I'll have a chance to work for mine. And did you hear that? Not still work for it. And that's important to me, because believe it or not, I live in a tent and people are stealing from me all the time. Hell, I ain't got a door. I ain't got a lot, you know, so they can get me. So I come up with something good, and I'll be skipping down the street about as good. Before I get through skipping and get back, it's gone. So, I mean, it's not always a wonderful thing. You gotta have a network of people watching over you, and then you gotta be kind of loyal, you know? You gotta watch out for somebody. You know, watch the next man, watch out for the next man. And like Jesus said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You know, so would you like your television stole and your radio stole and you know what I mean? No. And people are nice too. They're always dropping off stuff, you know, food and things like that. But people, stop dropping me off stuff like toasters and microwaves. What the hell am I? I live in a tent. What am I gonna do with a toaster and a damn microwave? I can't make no toast and no corn on the cob. I ain't got no fronts either. So that corn gives me a headache. So it's not worth the value. I don't get enough corns per minute or something like that. I'd starve to death. But you know what I'm saying? And I thank God for that life that I get to live no matter where it's at. You know, I like for it to be in different places. But somebody said to me, and I believe this, where you're trying to get to, you got to start from where you are right now. Not where you want to be, not next to the place. You got to start from right here to get there. So Skid Row is my X spot, it's my starting ground. On your mark, get set, let's go, you know?
Let's go.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. So you got any last words?
Sure. Don't always repay evil with evil. I believe in what Dr. Martin Luther King said about the only thing that can really crush out evil is love. I'm not telling you to love everybody and give them a chance to smack you on both sides of the face as you turn the cheek. I'm trying to tell you for your betterment, build up some tolerance. Build up a situation where you feel better, because I had an issue where I believe somebody had stole my phone and I was tired of my phone getting stolen. And I turned around and I socked this guy for stealing my phone because that was it. Thomas had no business stealing my phone. He wasn't gonna steal it no more. And I socked him, only to find it later that he wasn't the one who stole my phone. And I can't take the sock back, you know, and it doesn't feel all that good. It doesn't make me feel tougher or nothing like that, you know. It just, be careful and investigate before you hate, bottom line.
Investigate before you hate. That's what it is. All right, so love, nice talking with you. It was beautiful. Peace.
No doubt.
All right. So we're gonna be back for a follow up.
Sure.
Maybe in a couple weeks. See what you
Sure. Hopefully I have to call y'all to my office or something. You know,
Right.
maybe we'll lock the door behind you.
Already. All right. Peace.
Peace.